and clear. Good afternoon. It is a great pleasure to be here today. It is one of the best moments, I'll say, of my life, especially working with young people that are so creative and innovative in the process of producing such an awesome website that we now have. So today I would like to extend a special greeting to our host, Dr. Thandeka Elson, and also a special warm welcome to the Head of Department, Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs, Mr. Hlakanipho Nkontwana, and extend a great and the best greetings to Mr. Uvusi Nhlongo. And thank you so much for being here. And furthermore, I will say good afternoon to our participants. Thank you for joining us today. And extend a further warm welcome to our colleagues from both Moses Kotane and Economic Development. You are all welcome this afternoon. I don't know why I'm feeling anxious. Probably it is the cameras. Okay. You should have told me there's going to be so many cameras. Yeah, that's the reason why I'm feeling so anxious today. But without wasting so much time, I would actually like to say it is an absolute honor for me to be standing here today. I'm actually standing in the position of Chief Director Communications, Mr. Gwala, who was meant to be running this program today, but unfortunately, he had other emergency to attend to this afternoon. And therefore, I am going to be hosting this program today. My name is Mbali Lunga. I work for the Department of Economic Development, Tourism and Environmental Affairs under the unit called Knowledge Management. So I'm here as one of the team players in the progress of this project. Basically, my business unit assisted with the development and the content. So I'm standing in to behalf of Ms. Ala, as I've indicated. And without wasting so much time, I would like to call upon Dr. to come and give us a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Sis Mbali. Thank you, Program Director, and greetings to the HOD, our leader in the province, and as far as economic development is concerned. And I'd like to greet Mr. Vusi Mhlongo, who is our Executive for Innovation and Technology at Moses Kotane Institute. And I would like to greet senior officials from Economic Development, as well as Moses Kotane Institute and all staff. Most importantly, I would like to greet all the participants in the program. We've seen some of them pitching their ideas and the website, and we are happy to see you back today to this important occasion. We're quite privileged to be standing here today amongst the youth. I hope, okay, let me not influence you. All I can tell you is that I'm half vaccinated, and this is a drive that we're pushing in the province, but we have nothing against anti-vaxxers. You have a choice, but let us all be safe. And I hope that wherever you are sitting, you are observing protocols as regulated. So my role today is quite easy, to welcome you to this important occasion, where we are handing over the website from the developers to economic development officially. And Moses Kotane Institute participated in facilitating the development of this website of economic development. You may ask yourself as to why Moses Kotane Institute. And the reason for that is that Moses Kotane Institute is tasked with a mandate of innovation and technology in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. And amongst other things that we do, besides, promoting innovation in the province, besides establishing infrastructure linked to technology and innovation, besides capacitating entrepreneurs on innovation and technology, and so many other things that we do. But we also run competitions in as far as innovation and technology is concerned. We host summits that are related to innovation and technology, and we do the hackathons. And the reason why you are here today is because we had a hackathon, and the challenge for the hackathon was to develop and revamp the website for economic development. And this is the reason we are here today. So we thank you so much to the developers and all 4 participants or 4 groups that entered into this hackathon. We're quite privileged to be amongst the brains such as yours today. And my role today is to simply welcome you. You are welcome at the Moses Kotane Institute. Your role doesn't end here. Please make sure that after this, you keep in touch with Moses Kotane Institute and see what further programs we have that you may participate in. You're quite welcome.
Thank you so much, Doc. As you have heard Doc saying that I'm saying we because this was a partnership between MKI and economic development. We have gone out to the public to look for young graduates that are creative and very innovative. And we, in a way, we're looking to expose those unknown people that are out there, young. They actually are or have worked, I'll say so hard because they've already graduated, most of them. So the purpose basically of today is to shine a spotlight to those young creative minds. We are here basically to showcase the talent KZN has. So thus far, what we have done in partnership with MKI, we actually ran this hackathon, which is a competition, which started on the 1st of April, 2021, and ended, the entries were actually closed on the 30th of May, 2021. So as soon as we closed the entries, we received a total number of entries. I think there were roughly 96. Of the 96, 20 of them submitted documentation. And then 4 of those further submitted a prototype as per requirement of the competition. So the 4 that submitted are seated right here in front of us today. I think we need to give them a round of applause. So from the 4 that submitted, only 2 managed to come forth and gave a final pitch to the team. We had a team of adjudication which comprised of both institution, economic development, and Moses Kotane. So one would ask why we went this route, like going the route of finding or hunting for undergrads, instead of going to the market and identifying the already existing big companies that could have done, probably, inverted commas, a better job. So the reason we went out to the public and this route, in fact, on finding graduates, it was for us to ignite creativity and innovation. And moreover, we wanted to advance entrepreneurship amongst the youth. So this opportunity was open to all the youth, undergraduates that resides in KZN. So the opportunity of e-hackathon basically allowed the winners to showcase their skills. They managed to develop a website. They actually had designed from scratch, coding and all. Design the website, develop it, and implement it. So today we are going to see their final product. So in addition to this whole process, what we wanted to achieve as the department, apart from having a spectacular website that is going to be effective for us for a service delivery, it was also to give opportunity to the winners for incubation within our entity, which is Moses Kotane. So I hope they'll grab this opportunity with both hands and don't just grab a check and disappear. This is your opportunity now to take advantage of what the government has to offer, of what both the economic development and MKI are here to offer to you. Furthermore, we wanted to provide an exposure and experience while we were promoting efficiency in our service delivery. Because we all know the only best way we can sell ourselves as the department or any institution for that matter is to have a proper working and functional website. So if we have a fully functional and effective website, something that not only as a department we can pride ourselves with, but something that we can have our public, we actually serve the public. So if they go into our website, we shouldn't have gaps in terms of the content that is loaded on the system. In my experience in the department thus far, I once said in an interview for a clerk, and two of the guys that we interviewed asked us as a panel. They said, one of them said, I'm from the rural area where there is absolutely no electricity, no access to electricity. So I have to travel like an hour or so to get to the nearest library. And when I get there, basically he's traveling because he has been shortlisted for an interview with one of the government institutions. So when he got to the library, after 45 minutes, from the money he had borrowed from whoever, so he got to the library, tried to search to understand the position he applied for better. But when he got to the website, ours was also part of that. He mentioned two. He said, when you click on the sections, I'll call them programs, from each website, they had TBA, which meant to be announced. Unfortunately, we were one of those departments that we were announcing, inverted commas. We've been announcing the content for such a long time. So this gave us an opportunity to rectify those mistakes. So having a fully functional website basically is taking us to a point where the public would get access to any content they need to know about the department, the services we provide. Furthermore, anything that they need, for instance, if there is a survey running, they need to be able to get that information on the website with ease. So this actually granted us that opportunity. So right now, I am so proud to announce that the department is the first in the province, probably nationally, to actually go this route. We are the first to deliver a quality product at an effective cost. We know how much websites normally cost when we go outside, like finding any service providers. But we have delivered a website of a high class at an effective cost. So today we are here to congratulate the winners of the competition, who are going to be walking away with 150,000 plus the incubation, which I spoke about earlier. And again, we are congratulating the runner-ups who are getting the second prize. Those ones will be getting a check of 50,000. I'm giving you those figures so that you understand why exactly we're here. Why am I excited for young people? Because this will give them an opportunity to start, especially now that we're looking at encouraging entrepreneurship amongst the youth. So right now, help me put your hands together to congratulate all 4 teams that ended up being chosen, 4 participants that are sitting right across me. We're congratulating you for even taking a chance when most people no longer take a chance with government, like you don't pay. I know what, it's so nice to work with them because they tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help them God. So I've had good encounters with them at the point that I understood your frustration. I have to say this before I sit. One of my colleagues recently told me when I was frustrated in the office because of the pace in which some of the project was going. It was too slow for me, and I got too frustrated. So this colleague of mine said, her boss at some stage, when she joined government from the private sector, said to her, you need to know that the wheels of government is moving, but it's moving at a slow pace. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because I have worked with the winners to develop the current websites that we're going to see. And they developed a state-of-the-art page to a point that it was going to be rated amongst the best with private sector, not even government, because we were not comparing it to government. So they actually had developed that state of the art. But when it had to be posted, I don't use your terms because I'm challenged there. So when it was then posted to SITA for testing and publishing, pre-publishing, then we found that some elements of this development will fall out completely because the system that they are using is not ready. So the wheels of government are moving, but we're moving too slow. So that obviously frustrates the young, innovative people that are smart enough now to say, this has to go, this has to go, this has to come, but now publish it. And then our system says, I'm sorry, we can't take this. Go back, don't code it, copy and paste it. So I understood you and I felt your pain, but I was glad that you got to a point where you understood how we function. And I hope one day you will be amongst those that are advocating for change in government, especially when it comes to technology, innovation, and creativity. So now, lastly, I will say thank you to the team that we work closely with to assist the developers in finalizing their project. So I will mention a few. Our IT department, led by Umdubu Telezi. Our knowledge management, led by Uxolan Dube. Communications unit, led by Mr. Bongagwala. And I will say this loud. MKI team, Tabani, you have been an instrument to this project, and sometimes I will even forget to include you on some communications which are critical and only remember when we have to start the meeting that Tabani wasn't invited. So thank you so much to every member of MKI who was assisting and supporting this process. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So now I will basically say thank you and hand over to C-Signal. C-Signal is, they basically is the team that won the competition. So what they will be doing now is to showcase their work. It will be screen live here. So I will give it to the ladies. What I didn't mention that the winners, there are 3 in the company called C-Signal. There are 3 with 2 ladies, multiracial. It's all a good to go company. So it's well represented, which is actually one of the elements that I'm actually proud of. So I'm going to give it to you ladies. We'll just connect from here. Thank you so much. Let's give them a round of applause.
Our team members couldn't make it. I would firstly like to thank MKI as well for giving us the honor to be able to participate in this competition. It hasn't only given us the money, but the experience that comes with it and the patience that comes to working with industry, because we are still new to the industry department and working with people. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity. So we were tasked with developing a new website for Edtea. And as you can see, this is an idea of what we came up with, but more refined to what Edtea needed. I don't want to dwell too much to the old website, but I think most of the participants, and including ourselves, noticed it. We were crying about the old website and how outdated it was, how we didn't use any new technologies, the graphics, the images, nothing, but I shall not dwell. So this is just our website, and just looking at it from the very and contact us. And this is all developed with the help of Ms. Mbali Lunga, because we wouldn't have been able to do it without her. So what we wanted to include into the website is new technologies. And by new technologies, we also mean artificial intelligence. So that's why we also have a chatbot that allows people to ask a question, and it would look through a frequently asked question database that we have integrated. It uses Microsoft Azure. and it will answer the person that question. So for example, we have asked it, where are the offices located? And the answer should come up anytime soon. Yeah, I think it's just a connection. But this also shows that you can ask it any question, and without having to go through multiple pages on Google, multiple pages on the website, it can give you the answers right there and there. Now, to also accompany our chatbots, we also have the search option, because not only can we also ask for the chat, we can also ask for specific things from the website so that we can be taken to the pages in the website. So for example, if you search for tenders, it will redirect to the tenders page on the website. That's just some of the new innovative technologies that we have included. Another thing that we've also included that was a bit of more of a fun gesture was our 3D virtual tours, but Sabrina will take you through that right at the end. So as we go through the website, you notice that there's a color scheme, there's a certain color scheme that we're following, there's a certain font to make it more banner is very special because it's not a banner that only has sorry. It's not a banner that only has these 3 images forever. It allows the administrators from the Edtea department to be able to change whatever's happening. So it took the concept of what's new and what's happening currently in Edtea. Every week, the administrator can change the banner to include new things happening as updates on what's happening on Edtea's side. Okay. Go down. Carry on going down. Okay, thank you. So we've also included the department leadership to add in more trust to the people that are coming into the website, because with the old website, I think it was pretty hard to find most of the things. So we wanted it to include, because I'm sorry to admit this, but I didn't know that our HOD was Mr. Nhlakanipho Nkotwana before this. I didn't know that our MEC was Mr. Ravi Pillay. So it added a bit of knowledge on our side, therefore adding knowledge to anybody who enters the site, who knows now that these are the people. It basically is very informative, but in a decent and aesthetically pleasing way. So I'll just go through the main pages so that we can see how they all look. So on the About Us page, we have mandate, vision, and strategies. And along all of these pages, it follows the same consistency level with the fonts and the colors and the tables like this as well. So this is just a budget, therefore allowing for transparency from the site side to the province. And then it's just the office of the MEC, the office of the HOD. Those are just profile pages of what the office of the MEC stands for and the office of the HOD stands for. Services. And then we have the economic services enter, just one. And this is a graphic. Now, by looking at this graphic, it also shows that our website also allows for image uploads and video uploads. Sabrina, can you please show image uploads? I mean video uploads, the videos. Oh yeah, no, that.
Okay. Okay. And programs. These are the 7 programs that the Edtea stands for. So we have them all listed here, and they also follow the same consistency. Then if we go to systems links to external websites like databases that help people find different things. For example, which one's this? The BE one. Sorry. I'm nervous as well. This cameras. Okay, let me hand you over to Sabrina, who will carry on with the resource centers.
Thank you, Zoe. A big part of this website is the resource center. It has a lot of documentation that is now available to the public. For example, you can find strategy documents, which includes annual reports, your APP documents, as well as other service delivery documentation. And we have also included a PDF viewer, which allows you to view the document without even opening it. You're allowed to download each document as well, and they're also sorted by date order. We can move on to policies. For example, there's policies there regarding the different sectors like environmental management, empowerment, etc. In the other sections of the resource center, we have forms which are readily available and include up-to-date forms that citizens of KZN will be able to access. For example, if we go to other forms on this side here, you see we have the adverts for the new local committee nomination forms that have been uploaded. Users can download these and fill them in and send them back. We also have legislation documents that are in the resource center as well, so that you can stay up to date with new legislation regarding the department. If we move on to the opportunities page, and if you're looking for a vacancy within the department, you can look through the vacancy tab. We have professional vacancies as well as the learning programs that are available for graduates. These are new programs as well as the closing dates for each of them. I think the PDF viewer is just busy downloading. There we go. You're able to view as well as download each of the positions and then apply for them. We have tenders as well. We can look at the newly published tenders. Scroll down for me, Zoe. Okay, so we have tenders that have been published and you can view these documents as well as download them. We have other sections for your tender procedures, and then we can move on to tender statuses. So each tender moves through different statuses, such as when they're active, such as these, which are open now. You also have when they are in the process of being closed, as well as they've already added the closing registers for these. And the status will also change when the tenders have been awarded. So you'll get to know as soon as those statuses change. And we also have funding opportunities on the website, such as Operation Vula, which takes you straight to the site. And we have the KZN Youth Fund grant as well, which is officially now closed. We can move on to the newsroom. Here you can find podcasts as well as Edtea TV. If we move on to the podcast section, these are new podcasts that have been uploaded, such as if we look at the first one, that's for the second Intra-Africa Trade Fair, which is new. You're able to download each podcast and listen to them offline as well. We also have Edtea TV. Here you can find videos regarding different programs that are taking place, such as Operation Vula, there are different episodes, as well as the Edtea post-budget, etc. We have media statements, which can be found in this section here. And it tells you when each statement was released, as well as you'll be able to download and view it offline as well. So that's the newsroom. We can move on to the contact us page. And these are all the contact details for everybody that are part of the department or an entity of the department. For example, this is the ministry contact details. We can move to the head office, which has the main details at the top, as well as we have a Google map. Sorry, just scroll up for me. We have a Google map, which you can open up as well, which can take you to the head office in Pietermaritzburg, and all the relevant contact details for the members of the department as well. We also have contact details for the different entities and districts. Lastly, we'd like to showcase something else on the website, which is new. During the lockdown period, many of us have been reminiscing over the various wonderful places and attractions within our own city that we haven't been able to visit, even planning our road trips in advance for when lockdown officially ends. What if I told you that you wouldn't need to leave your home to explore your city? Wouldn't need to wait for after lockdown either? In an attempt to boost the traffic to the new KZN Edtea website while boosting interest in local tourist attractions, we have added a new 360-degree virtual tour. This feature allows users to have a 360-degree view of KZN's famous tourist attractions while staying safe at home during a pandemic. For example, this is one of the museums museums within KZN, and the 360-degree view shows you exactly what you need to see in all angles, as if you're there at the moment. Seamless web design like this engages the target users through value-adding interactions at a website level. A website's digital properties must be in sync to provide the user with the experience that they deserve. This new and improved website will do just that. Thank you.
Thank you so much to Zoe and Sabrina. Thank you. I think I have to add this last feature they've just displayed now on the screen. It's one of the features I think I like the most on the website. Simply because while they were showing it off to me, I got to see a place that I lived right across and did not know it exists. We saw it here on visual tour, and immediately when I finished the meeting with them, I drove straight there to see it, whether it's true. And it was certainly true. Before we continue, I'll ask Ms. Mapitsa to join us up here. Thank you. So you must be proud in seeing the final product of what the young people can do. I know there's more that they wanted to add on the page, which we were unable to add due to the limitations we had with our system, if I may put it that way. But I'm hoping that in the future we'll get to the point where government or public service websites are going to be even beyond what we see or saw today. I don't want to waste too much time. I would like to call upon our head of department, Mr. Nkontwana, to come over, either come over or come to you with the microphone, because we do not have an audience.
No, thank you very much, Program Director. I had a speech, so I've decided not to read my speech, but just to talk from my heart. Greetings to Dr. Ellison, and greetings to Babu Mhlongo and my colleague, Ms. Mapisa. Let me also greet the people who have made it special today. Thank you very much for the work that you have done. I really appreciate everything that you have done. The hackathon participants, those that are here and those that are not here with us, the colleagues that are here, greetings to you. I had hoped that the MEC would be with us here, but he had another engagement with another delegation in Richards Bay, so he could not make it. So he said, I must just indicate to you that we are dear to his heart. We would have loved to be here, but because of that engagement, he had to be away. I think I take pleasure, for being here this is just a wonderful opportunity for some of us to be part of this wonderful event today. But let me first thank the Edtea A team led by the CEO for this vision. Really, this is one of the trendsetters in the space of digitalization, not only in the province, but I'm talking about the whole public services. We know it. Some of us are fossils in the public service. So I'm not going to tell you when I started in the public service. So we know where we come from when we used to push papers and try to redefine the future we desire at the time. But I think with the technological advancements, we are compelled by the market to advance the systems and the processes that we put in place for the development and the benefit of the people that we lead. Because as government, we are accountable to the people. And if we do not have systems that would be at par with the desires of the people that we lead, will be irrelevant. And I think these projects that we are advancing or introducing or launching today is taking us forward. We are proud to be part of the future because digital transformation is the way to go. As a country that comes from the apartheid dispensation where you had the people of the country being disenfranchised, majority of which are still languishing in squalor, inequality, and unemployment. We are proud to have leaders such as yourself because you are the leaders of the future, and we look up to you. That when some of us retire, we know that at least we can say we played our part, but we have the best to lead us. As this province, we have been affected by quite a number of things, such as COVID-19. As you know it, we have lost our friends, relatives, and colleagues. And in addition to that, we just had social unrest. We have had quite a number of investors doubting us, whether we'll be able to grow what we call an inclusive economy for the benefit of the SMMEs, especially those that are in townships and rural areas. I want to go back to 2005 when I met the former president at some point when he said, people normally say those who are from the villages will never lead. But I've seen in my life that majority of people from the townships and the rural areas, they're the ones who are in the cities now, but it's because of the struggles that they have followed and achieved quite a lot of things. Because during the apartheid times, we're all in the villages and the townships. That's where the apartheid government used to draw its resource of labor for people to work in the mines. Now that we are leading in government, I'm grateful to be part of this initiative. As we have just signed the Africa Continental Free Trade Agreement, which came into effect on the 1st of July, so rather of January, where we're able to trade with other states in Africa. One of the key things that we need to do is to ensure that we advance the area of technology, but be able to showcase what we can produce, what we can sell, what we can export, and what is it that we can import. But we can only do that if you have got systems and if we digitalize your systems and your government, as the program director has indicated earlier, is that we need to be able to reach out to Ugogo and the auntie down there in the village and let them feel that they're part of this government. And whatever we demonstrate on our systems or our website, they must feel that they are part of this government, so that we are not seen as people who are distant from the people on the ground, as if government is for the people who are elite, because that tends to cause polarization in communities. And I think what has happened now will give us that opportunity to reach out to the people. Everyone now has got a phone and can access information and able to engage us. What I've seen here, the chat box, that people can ask questions and get answers. You don't have to spend money to get information about what government can offer. And this is one of those things that we really do appreciate. And I think when I heard about this project, and I said, I just want to be part of this, because it's one of those things that we must do. Let's work with the young people. Some of us have to learn. We don't know everything. We can be in leadership. When you're in leadership, doesn't know that you know everything. We have to learn from. We believe in the collective wisdom of our people. And this is what we're learning, some of us. And it makes us better leaders and be well informed. In Zulu, it says, the man is what he speaks. So what you have here in your website as Edtea defines who you are. So what we had some time ago before you came with this, so it defined us. So everyone who opened our website is, hey, these guys. So now one will be proud when you walk in the street and they ask you, where do you work? And you say, no, I'm part of Edtea families. They can go to that website. You'll see what we do, and there'll be wonders. And I really do appreciate, and I want to say to those who made it, like yourself, thank you very much, and grab this opportunity. And I do know that MKI will do its best. That's why the CEO is there. That's why the doctor is there, so that she can work with you to make sure that you represent us not only in this province. We're not producing leaders in the space of ICT for the province, no. Not only for this country. We're doing it not only for the continent, but for the world. Because we must be represented everywhere we go. When you go to a country, when they say there's a South African there, you just smile. When I was in Ghana last week, I met certain people, they just said to us, are you from South Africa? Hey, we're happy to. We just heard your voice. And you feel at home in another country. And we want you to go an extra mile, because this is what this government can offer. And we trust you that you do your best. Those who could not make it, let them not lose hope. Let them know that there's always a second chance. That's what Madiba said. He first went to jail, but ended up being the president. So you have to go through the furnace before you become something that people love, like money. People, they love 5 rand, but they know that you have gone through the furnace. But no one wants to go through the furnace. But you have gone through that, supposed to go compete and do your best. Those who could not make it, let them try again. There's always a second chance. And we'll make sure that we create a space for young people, young designers and programmers to succeed, because now the future is digital. Anything that you do, want to access services. In fact, not long ago, I think on Wednesday, at a cabinet meeting, the Premier spoke about 2 song centers. And I remember that we established two song centers in early 2000s where people can come together and access services and make sure that there is Wi-Fi connectivity. But those things never took off. We have to go back. That's why as KZN, we want to advance broadband and Wi-Fi connectivity so that people, wherever they are, they can be able to interact and do business and continue with their lives. We don't want people to be dependent on the state. You may not be an indigent, but if for you to do something, you need government, then we are an indigent because you can't move. I need government to give me this, government to give me that. But if we create an environment for you to be able to do your things without even calling us, because if you have got a website, you just touch the screen and get information, you make an informed decision. What I like about this website is that you get a real-time information. Then you can make a decision about your life without thinking about any other person. You don't have to call me or the president or whoever. It's your decision that you make, and you are well informed, and information is there. I think the challenge is also on us who are technocrats, who have to ensure that we've got relevant information that is uploaded on the system. And I think we have to do that, so that when at the click of a button, you get what you need. And I think COVID-19 has taught us something. Now you don't have to use your hands. Hands are becoming irrelevant now. Next time it's going to be your eye. You just put your eye there, then they can see that this is Mr. So-and-so, and you pass. We have seen that at the airport. So things are going that way. We wish to be like Finland, because Finland is well digitalized. And this is the way to go for us. And I do hope that with your participation, your contribution in this province, we'll be able to reach that point where everyone will say, look, now we are free from the state. We are able to do the things we want to do. Our own. But everyone, and we just really appreciate this. And I've got witnesses here, and I think they'll remember this day. I just want to thank you for everything. I wish you the best in life. You have our support. We'll always guide you if there's anything. But we are in the safe hands at MKI. And I do know that the sky will only be the limit for you. Just fly like birds and make us proud. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much to Mr. Kontwane. He actually hit the nail right there. I need to say this to you, team. Sometimes youngsters are like distancing themselves from government or public service activities, things like politics or what's happening within the specific, say, departments, for instance. Some of you may have not known what economic development does, what services we provide to the public. You only learned about them when you had to develop a prototype. And at that time, unfortunately, when you went to our then current website, you hit a stumbling block because there was nothing. What I'm going to say now is, you are fortunate that you were chosen or participated in a hackathon conducted by these two institutions, MKI and Edtea. One of our services as Edtea is to support small businesses. So imagine the opportunities that are out there, and you already have proven to yourselves that you are entrepreneurial material, if I may call it that way. So I'll say grab the opportunity, as HOD has said, and also keep coming back. You are already incubated within MKI. MKI will just open doors to the bigger picture. Innovation, yes, but where am I getting funding from? MKI will lead you to the correct path, which is now Edtea. So this is your opportunity. Today you may have not won a prize, cash money, but you have got an exposure. Apparently, I was told today, earlier today, that this is going to be live on social media. Hence, I panicked. I even asked the guys, please just keep my face off it, but focus on the people that participated, because I wanted you to get more exposure than my face. So the fact that you participated, your name, your business company will be called upon now in the next few minutes. Someone out there is listening. Someone out there will see your work and see that you've participated in such events. Maybe some government departments will take the same challenge and go the route that we took to develop any other systems that they want to develop. And they may use you. This might be your chance. So now I'm going to call upon our Executive Manager for Innovation and Technology, Mr. Vusi Mhlongo, to be handing out certificates to all the participants. Thank you. Okay, let me just get. I think I will need assistance with this one. I need one young, beautiful woman from the back to assist us with this process. Thank you. So we're going to ask HOD to come forward, and we're going to ask Dr. Ellenson to come forward to be the one that are handing over with Mr. Mhlongo the certificates. So we'll call upon our fourth.
Greeting everyone. Our fourth place, the company name is App Monster. So this is on. Thank you. Well done. Third place is Jabulo Zulu from a company called Dotted Leaf. And the second place goes to Kodwara's Sharon Ramsanda. Okay. And our winner, first place, the winners is C Signal Sabrina Gavenda and Zolega Dlamini. Congratulations. Oh, you've won 150. And here's the check for you. sorry. Thank you. Okay.
I show these two bits.
Certificate. Check. That one. This one. Thank you.
I think I'm going to ask, thank you so much to the CEO and the head of department. I'm going to ask Ms. Mapisa to join us here. Now we're going to be handing over the certificate of appreciation to the team that assisted this process. We're going to call upon Mtumseni Buthelezi for adjudication. And we ask. And we're going to call upon Tabani Mbonambi to join us, please. Lastly, I'm going to call, who is already on stage, Mr. Vusi Mhlongo. I think before you leave the stage, I will just one more time ask the participants, all four of you, with our teams, take one good, beautiful pictures for social media. Thank you so much. That was depressing. Just lastly, this is a special request. All of you may please come forward, just you and your certificates. I need to give you the correct certificate if I did not give you the correct names. Please come forward. The team would like to see you with your certificates right here. 1 second for me, please.
Oh,
Thank you so much. I don't think any of us has the right to complain about this moment because this is all about them. May I please call up on stage Ms. Mapisa, our Chief Director, Strategy.
Thank you, Mbali. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I want to sincerely apologize for joining the session a bit late. I do believe that it had already started. I was working from home from this morning. When I then left home to drive to DTP, I realized halfway that I was wearing my slippers. Given the fact that Umbali has said how brutal the youth can be, I decided no ways. I am turning back. I had to go back and put on my shoes. I didn't want to trend on social media and become a meme. So sincere apologies. One was really not undermining this event. In fact, I was quite excited to have been invited to be part of the proceedings today. Ordinarily, a vote of thanks, which is what I'm here for today, is the easiest job, but it can be challenging given the fact that I'm standing between your good selves and the lunch that I've seen outside. So I'll be very quick. I've only got these notes that I'll be going through this afternoon. It's a very easy job when you are presiding over a successful event that marks the completion of a very successful and exciting program. So I think it will justify the gratitude that I will be extending to everyone that has been involved. So I will not be lying, and it's going to be very easy for me to make the remarks that I will be making. I do believe that the objectives of the project and the program that the team had conceptualized have actually been met with what was presented today. The involvement of the youth who are a future of this country in the work of government is quite critical. As Mbali was saying, that there's a perception that the youth is not necessarily in touch with politics, but they are affected by what happens in politics and what happens in this country. As you would have seen also as well in Zambia, they led, I'm not saying that vote anyone out, but they led the change in the regime in Zambia through the mobilization of the youth and them participating in the politics of the country. I think the other objective that would have been met is encouraging innovation and providing a platform, basically, or an outlet for the youth to be creative and innovative. Oldies like us rarely think outside of the box. You see that I'm reading from a piece of paper on a clipboard. When last did you see something like this? So it was refreshing to just bring in people that are young, that are energetic. We've injected energy and pace into our website, as well as hopefully our government processes through the pressures that you kept applying to the colleagues in the department to wake up and do what needs to be done. I do hope that you will participate in more programs by the department that are targeted at the youth. You would have seen when you're compiling the website that we also have a dedicated grant funding scheme for the youth. It is a unique grant funding scheme. I can guarantee you throughout the country, there is no grant funding scheme that targets the youth that goes up to 2 million rand for youth run and owned and managed businesses. So we do hope that you'll be taking advantage of some of those initiatives so that you create sustainable companies and you play a meaningful role in the economy of this province. I think HOD has alluded to the high unemployment rate in the country. I read somewhere that we are now the country with the highest unemployment rate. I think the unemployment rate for people, that includes the expanded unemployment rate, which is a rate that includes people that have given up looking for employment, is currently at 44%. That is alarming. Of that percentage, the youth comprises of over 70% that are currently unemployed. So it really is a very, very bad situation that we are in as a country, which calls on for the youth to really come on board and be aware of politics, participate, work with government, and take advantage of the opportunities that government is creating and offering to the youth. We are in the age of digital information. Unfortunately for us, we are lagging behind in terms of that. If it is only today in 2021 that we are speaking of launching a website that is responsive to the environment that we are in. And the people that are at the forefront of digitization and technology and innovation are actually the youth. So I think it's quite pleasing that the team in the department conceptualized the involvement of the youth in this project that was undertaken. We could have gone out to SCM and just sourced a service provider to do the website for us for 30,000-40,000 rand and be done with it. But there was a feeling that we needed to involve the youth in the initiative, and I think that it bore a great fruit for the department. Then coming to the vote of thanks, I would really like to thank the board as the CEO and the team from the Moses Kotane Institute. This project really was perfectly aligned to the entity's revised mandate, which is the conducting of research that will advance the innovation as well as other initiatives of the province. So I'd like to thank the board and the CEO for coming on board and believing and sharing the vision that the department had in conceptualizing this program. I'd like to thank the HOD for providing leadership and pushing the team at all times to excel. By the way, our department received a clean audit, so we'll be looking at updating our website with that information. The colleagues don't even know what the clean audit is, but it's a very good thing. And it gives you bragging rights over everyone else that you've got a clean audit. So we'll just need to update our website to reflect as such. I'd also like to thank the colleagues in the department for coming up with this initiative, for managing the project, and for driving the implementation of the project. Lastly, in absentia, I'd like to thank our MEC, who really did want to be here today. In fact, the engagement that is taking place at the Richards Bay IDZ today was only convened, I think, during the course of the week, if it wasn't Tuesday. So this event was in his diary, but unfortunately he has to receive some potential investors that are flying in from outside the country who really wanted to engage with the province at the highest level. So unfortunately he couldn't make it today. And then lastly, I'd also like to thank the team that assisted in setting up all of this, our paparazzi and the caterers as well. We're hoping that the food will be nice. I'm not sure if thanking them in advance will assist. I'll back if it's not nice. Colleagues, thank you very much. Have a great afternoon and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Just one thing from me, I actually want to brag about this online. I keep saying this, but I want to brag about this one more time, that with the leadership that we have, you can tell they possibly are young, they're probably youth. They are like youth, eh? The leader that we have, from Dr. Ellenson, Mr. Mshomo, Ms. Mapitla, Mr. Mkotwane, we are led by people that are driven in making sure that the young stars are given opportunities, especially the youth. Sometimes I feel left out the way their focus has been placed. Their heart is in the right place, and I hope everyone would and is able to see that. And whatever the drive they are doing now, I hope they get all the support they need from us, oldies, and also from the youth, which they are trying to serve. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for showing up. And now we can focus on that food. Thank you. Have a lovely evening.